What's up, guys? Mindset Monday. So for this Monday, I want to talk about actually something a little more serious, and so that way more people are aware of this situation. So the first thing is, the thing we're going to talk about today is CrossFitters being big, right, or shredded and ripped, and I've gotten, and I'm sure a lot of CrossFitters and coaches as well have gotten the same phrase from a lot of people, and they say, "I don't want to look like that. That is too big. She is too big. He is too big." So on and so forth, and we get that whole misconception of who they really are, and we get that whole kind of just stereotype, right? That specifically women CrossFitters are big. Now, that does not mean necessarily if you do CrossFit, you will get big. So, telling you more a little bit about myself is I have been in CrossFit for about 8-9 years, maybe 10. So I've been doing it for a very long time. I weighed about 145 pounds. I'm 5'3", and I was pretty skinny. I did it because I fell in love with it when I started weightlifting. So I was doing weightlifting in high school, and then as I started to move out of high school, I needed a place to go, and actually my brother, Tommy Rodriguez, was coaching at a local gym, CrossFit City Place. Most of you guys know that, and it was actually at the old location of CrossFit Squad. So CrossFit Squad right now took the location of CrossFit City Place. So anyways, going all into that, it's too much, right? But I just want to kind of show you guys that of how much I've been in it, how long I've been in it. So I know the ins and outs and what has happened and so on and so forth, right? Regionals gone, all that stuff, right? And I've been training pretty consistently. Most of you know I did have a surgery. And not to scare anybody, but I do have a scar right here, all the way up. This was my intestines ruptured. So what happened was I ate a certain amount of food, and there was a blockage in my intestines. And that has nothing to do with CrossFit at all. But basically, I just wanted to let you guys know that I've been in it for so long, and to me, I don't think I'm a big person. I don't walk around and I'm like this massive person, and I've been doing it for 8 to 9 years. And it's funny because it's like I want to get big. I actually want to be 165, 170 solid, snatching 300, clean and jerking like 360, and then I can be like, I can go to regionals, right? But I tried, and I've been down that road, and I got close. But there's other factors that have to play into that. So let's talk about those. So the first thing is basically why CrossFitters are big. And now I don't want to harm any CrossFitters. I'm not going to call anybody out because CrossFitters are great, and I love them, and I'm a CrossFitter as well, and I totally stand by it. So if somebody asks me, "Who are you?" I'm a CrossFitter. I do CrossFit. That's just me. So first thing is they're athletes. When you define an athlete, they are football players, right? They are lacrosse players. They are soccer players. All these people are athletes, right? And when you think of an athlete, you think they're training. They're not just doing a 1-hour class. They're doing every day. They're doing sessions. They're doing morning sessions. They're doing night sessions, and it's not 1 hour. It's 3 hours. 4 hours of training consistently, and I know a lot of CrossFitters can agree with me on this. I remember one time going into a gym, and I had a couple friends with me, and we literally worked out the entire day. I'm not kidding you. You can ask them. David Tiazzi, Alex Kittle, Nate Leonel. It was awesome. We worked out the entire day, but we were addicted, and we loved it, and that's what we do. And I think, over volumized without recovering. But what I'm saying is, it takes a lot of time to become an athlete and to generate muscular endurance and muscle strength and growth, right? So that's the first one. Second thing I want to talk about of basically why CrossFitters are, being called big, or why they are the way they are, is sacrifice and focus. Okay, so if you guys can see that. So first off, the job, right? A lot of people who try to reach to these high levels, if you guys have seen CrossFit Games, if you haven't, go to the games, CrossFitGames.com, and you can see all those guys and be like, whoa, like those guys are freaking studs, right? And they are, because this is their life. Like, job, that is their job. That's what they do. If you look at Matt Fraser doesn't have another job. He does CrossFit. His job description is CrossFit athlete. He gets paid to do all this. He gets endorsements. He does the training. He literally wakes up, he eats what he needs to eat, and then he goes and trains. And then he comes back and rests, right? Or he does another session, and so on and so forth. So going back to other things is people sacrifice their job to train more, right? So what they'll do is if they're a 9-to-5 desk person and they can organize their hours correctly, what they'll do is they'll organize their hours and they'll say, okay, cool, I can finish at this time, I'm going to go train. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go train, right? So the next thing is nutrition, okay? And so nutrition, I'm sure most of them probably pay nutritionists to be like, hey, what do I need to eat to grow? What do I need to eat to be more endurance? What are all these health markers that I need to meet to be the best athlete to be in the sport, right? So I can be the top athlete, okay? So their nutrition, they're not eating Doritos, right? They're not going to Carvel and going to eat ice cream, and they're not doing all those things. And maybe they are in some cases, but they have to talk to the nutritionist first. They have to be like, hey, am I meeting my markers? Am I meeting my macros? And so on and so forth. And that plays a lot into being the best athlete they can be. So, and not to say they're not having fun. I'm sure they're having a great time and enjoying what they do, but it's a big sacrifice. And the last one I want to talk about is family. So, or even friends. And again, it's big. Some of them, I think, sacrifice a lot. Not seeing their family, maybe moving to certain areas to go and train with a certain coach or a certain person. That takes a lot of sacrifice. And those of you who have families and do all that, it's impossible, and it's hard. But if you want to make that sacrifice and you want to become an athlete, then those are things you might have to do. The last thing I want to talk about is supplements. So, and I'm getting carried away. I'm ranting on, but I'm sure they take a lot of supplements, and most of you already know specific sports and athletes. I would say every sport has some type of steroids that the athletes take. They have these, blood doping, or they do all of these mixtures of supplements and things to just make them, again, become a better athlete, become bigger, become faster, become stronger. And again, I want you guys to really look into this and listen, because you don't see it, and that's okay. You're in this outside world and you're like, how are these people getting so big, right? And that was my question too. I'm like, what the heck? Rich Froning is a freaking monster, right? Dan Bailey has the biggest biceps ever, right? And I looked at that and I'm like, I gotta get like that. Because I want to, and I wanted to get like that, and I wanted to become the best, right? Or I just wanted to go to the games, and I wanted to try, and I'm still, give or take, like I'm fitnessing, but as an individual, there's no chance, and I'm okay with that, because I'm loving the life I live. I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm still having fun with it. So this is just to get you guys to notice what it is these athletes go through to be that big. And I hope one athlete, one CrossFitter just looks at this and agrees with me and says, hey, like, that's true. And to me, it is. Again, I've been in this game for 9 years, 8-9 years. I've seen it. I've seen it all. I know how to play the game, but I never wanted to put myself into that game because I didn't want it that much, right? I did 2, maybe 3 hours of sessions. Most of you guys who are like, I don't want to look that big, how long is the class? 1 hour, you know? And you're training for just that 1 hour. Are you really pushing yourself to your maximum effort? Are you recovering the way you're supposed to be? Are you sleeping 10 to 11 hours like an athlete should for them to grow, to actually let those muscles grow and become bigger? Are you doing the accessory work that they need to be doing so again they can be faster and stronger and bigger? Are you taking the supplements that you need to be taking to become bigger? And that's just what I want to draw into. And I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm not trying to, get into this hole, right? So then everybody hates me. All of these CrossFitters hate me. I just want everyone to realize this and acknowledge, okay, and that's what this Mindset Monday is about, to acknowledge that CrossFitters being big, it takes a lot. It takes so much sacrifice, so much effort. So all of you guys who just bash CrossFitters or look at them and say, I don't want to look that big, I bet money you won't, because of the sacrifice they put into, because of them trying to be that athlete. So thank you guys for watching Mindset Monday. I hope you listened to all of this and really, really thought about it, and really actually do your research. And again, I hope somebody watches this and really agrees with me, because it's facts and it's true, and that's just what it is. It is what it is. You play the game. It's a sport. It's the sport of CrossFit. Same thing as sport of football. If you're going to tell me that 90% of NFL football players don't take steroids or don't take a performance-enhancing drug, like, guys, let's look at the real world here, But anyways, again, not trying to hate on anybody. Hope you guys loved it. Mindset Monday. This is on a more serious note, and we'll get back to more fun stuff. Okay, funny stuff. All right. See you guys.